It's the Texas weather discussion video for Friday, the 11th of May. I'm Donovan Neal. North Texas weather remains pretty dry and very warm and very windy today, and we should also stay very hot during the weekend. Should be the hottest weekend so far this year, with highs mostly in the low 90s. We could introduce a chance of a scattered shower, of an isolated shower or storm by the middle of next week. So let's talk about it. Here's the upper air look across the nation this morning. Not too much going on across the deep south, but if we go to the northwest, we do have an upper low that's spinning off through parts of the through parts of the Rockies and parts of the high plains, and that's brought some severe weather in that region yesterday. But temperatures earlier this morning, of course, very typical May morning. High temperatures mostly in the upper 60s to low 70s around the nation. Still pretty mild across the southern two-thirds of the nation, but pretty chilly up north. And of course, we should be well into the 80s today for most of North Texas. I don't think we'll see many locations in the 90s today. Across the watch warning map, still have some high to extreme fire danger in place for parts of the Texas Panhandle through much of Arizona and parts of the northern two-thirds of New Mexico and the southern two-thirds of Colorado. Otherwise, things are pretty quiet. Severe weather possibilities here for parts of Wyoming, including parts of Colorado and Nebraska. And we still have a marginal risk for severe storms in effect for parts of the Panhandle and off to the Ohio Valley. And on day 2, we still have that marginal risk for parts of the Panhandle. We have a risk of severe weather defined from around Topeka, Kansas to parts of New Jersey. And around day 3, we still have that marginal risk for parts of the plains. Still have a risk of severe weather for around Colorado and Wyoming and parts of the Midwest into the lower Ohio Valley. This is the average rainfall for the next 7 days, of course, valid through Friday. Of course, most of the rain stays confined in the southeastern Florida, but down here we still could see around could see about a quarter of an inch of rain to maybe around half an inch of rain for parts of North Texas. And again, that's anything that we see with any isolated showers and thunderstorms developing during the middle of next week. But most places should be dry. So let's talk about it. Here's the GFS. This is the 06Z run valid today at 1 o'clock. We have that troughing in the northwestern United States, and down here we stay dry because of the ridge. Mostly sunny, very breezy conditions. Highs should be well into the upper 80s. Here's Saturday as the weekend begins. Pretty much the same deal here. Partly cloudy, very warm and breezy. Highs should be in the low 90s. And same thing on Sunday. We should be well into the 90s with abundant sunshine and with very breezy conditions. So this weekend should be the hottest weekend thus far, with highs well into the low 90s. And here's Monday of next week. Monday we still should be dry, highs in the low 90s. Same thing on Tuesday. Notice that wave emerging from the Gulf of Mexico. That could bring, of course, an elevated chance of showers and thunderstorms through parts of the southeastern parts of the country. And here's Wednesday. The middle of next week. We have a surface low in parts of Texas Panhandle, and with that, we could see a few isolated thunderstorms trying to kick off from there. Highs should be well into the low 90s. And here's Thursday. That surface low retracts into New Mexico, but we still could introduce a chance of a few isolated showers and storms. Highs should be in the upper 80s to low 90s. Otherwise, most places should stay dry. And here's a week from today, Friday, the 18th of May. We've got that trough in California, and down here, we also got a short wave in parts of the southern plains, and down here, that looks wet for parts of Oklahoma and maybe even parts of North Texas. Will introduce a chance for scattered showers and storms. And let's go out 10 days. This is Sunday, the 20th of May. We're kind of looking for a pattern change before we get into our hot summer days. We have that Bermuda high in the into the Atlantic, and we have that trough just off to our west, and down here we still remain dry. But you can see for the numbers for the next 15 days, we pretty much stay very warm and very mild through the middle of May into late May into the early June days. Highs mostly in the upper 80s and lows mostly in the lower 90s. That's it for the Texas weather discussion video for today. I'll have more notes in the blog. My next video here should be posted at around 7 a.m. Monday morning. Jonathan Williams, the guy who plays euphonium, should have the blog updates covered this weekend. If you can't catch your local TV stations on the air at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and a great weekend, and Godspeed.